All right, so I've done all the homework. I've done all the AI. I've done all the Google. I've talked to Viga's tech support. I've got the parts from the supply house. I've got another part spare coming from Amazon. I've done everything. So you don't have to. Manablocs. Decent system, PEX coming in, you know all about it. But you got a leak, just like me, right? So what happened was I needed to do a repair on my kitchen sink. Take the valve, put it on here, you turn it, stops the flow, but now I got a little small leak up here. It's dripping about once every 10 seconds, maybe a little bit less. Drips down through all this stuff. Here's your first remedy. Get you a piece of foil. Develop yourself a funnel so that those drips can go where you want them without making a mess. Overnight, I've got about 2 cups, maybe 3 cups of water in there. That was it. This is vintage 2005 because that's when my house was built. Back then, this was made by Vanguard in McPherson, Kansas. No longer, now it's made by Viega. It's spelled Viega, but it's pronounced Viega. Now, you want to know what model number you got? Easy. Take off the cover. It's easy to come off. It snaps on. On the back of it, you're going to find a little label right there. I've got the MXB 3602, but that doesn't mean anything to you. And then it just snaps on. These are like little all threads. They hold all this, bolt all this thing together. It's an ingenious system. It's about the best I can say. I called Viega. They got good tech support. Google them. I might even put the link down in the description with the phone number. Anyways, I called requiring about the part number. If you look on Amazon, and it was reconfirmed from customer support at Viega that the part number 51602, I'll put the link in the description, is the only replacement part. The 50602 is what is really made for this system. It's been conveniently discontinued. Order this, it's $14 today. I'm gonna see if I can find one locally because I'd like to get this fixed up and wrapped up today while I got time. But order this on Amazon, and when it gets here, I'm gonna show you how to replace this. It's really simple. Okay, I found my part locally. 51602, and it cost me about $2 more than getting it from Amazon, but I got it 3 days earlier. So let's go put this in. All right, let's take a quick look at what comes in the replacement part that's $14 or $17, depending on where you buy it. You get a new handle. The handle goes on a little diamond thing like that. And for what it's worth on my situation, it is the exact same size as the Manabloc from 2005. Identical. Real quick, this is the tool. I don't think you really even need this, but it's nice to have. The way it's designed, it's going to go inside the back. It's gonna, this part here is gonna clip onto, let's say this right here is the all thread that's running down through it. It's gonna click in the back like this, and then you're gonna use the leverage of it to push on this. What that's gonna do is, see if I can give you a close-up, it's going to push these keepers right here. It's got these little tits or indents on there. That's what keeps it locked in. This pushes it out. And then I'm gonna use this to grab the front and pull it out like that. Now, close up looking at this. Because you get two, one's blue, one's red. What's the difference in these? I will tell you, there is no difference other than the color. So you could, for example, okay, in my example, I need a red one because it's my hot side that's leaking. I can save this, which I will, and if I ever need another red one, I'll use the blue one in an emergency. Who cares about the color? You can just paint it, label it, whatever, but you're gonna know by the side of the thing, these things are identical. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. Now, right here, let's see if I can get you a close-up on this. The background. These little round tits that are on the top, right here, are gonna need to come off is what the Viega tech support told me. That's the only difference between this and my 2005 existing ones. I will confirm that when I get the old one off and we put them side by side. All right, so we got the parts, we know what we're doing. Now's the time to do it. First thing you gotta do, cut off your main water supply to the house. Every house is gonna be different, so I don't need to show you how to do it because I'm not at your house, and you don't need to see me do it because my house is gonna be different than yours. This is the valve here that I'm replacing. I need to drain somewhat of the manifold system so that when I pull this out, I don't get beat up with a lot of water. So this line up here is my domestic hot water supply. This is my hot water coming in. It comes in here, fills up this left side, and then from here, it all goes out. I need to drain from here, from the kitchen sink up, and this down. So I've already released the pressure on the kitchen sink. If I go back up there and close the valve, that's gonna create a vacuum, which is gonna slow down whatever water is in this line. But I've got all this water here and across there, which is gonna be 10 feet of, looks like 3/4 inch line. That's a lot of water to be coming out. So if I undo this right here, that's gonna drain everything. That's a lot of water. I'm inside my basement wet room, and I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna figure this out. You're gonna need to do the same for yours, and you're gonna need to figure it out. Okay, I've got everything drained. I loosened up the PEX on there, which I really didn't want to do because it just makes me so nervous. I'll put that back on there. And I will put a little bit of a umph on there. We'll come back and check that after completion. So this is ready to come out now. Let's see if it's as easy as the tool says. Remember, this is just a lever to push this out. Because this got a little red decorative color on the cover on there. I don't know if you need it or not. This centers up on there. I got that little block there. That's gonna make it a little bit difficult for me. Okay, and then just push. Kind of squeeze between here and there. Felt like it slid, felt like it popped, but not all the way. there he goes. I felt it pop. Now, pliers. Ah, there you go, look at that. So that comes off real easy. That's just decorative. And here is that. Okay, now it's ready to replace, but I want to take this upstairs and show you under the clean lights the differences. And we need to look into that, getting those the tabs off the back. What can I see here as far as differences? So here is your close-up of the valve that I just removed. And as you can see, the O-rings just look flattened out, like it was just waiting to leak as soon as you moved it or put it back. I don't know if this was a design thing or if this just happened over time, but now you can almost expect anytime you do one of these valves after 20 years, as far as rotating it, you're going to have this same issue. Here is your close-up of the little fingers on the end, which the lever, the tool that comes with this, is just pushing this out to the front, and those little two little fingers, tits, whatever you want to call them, are what keeps this in there. So here's your close-up of one of the new replacement valves, but you got to cut those little round things off. All I did was use an X-Acto knife, or actually box cutter knife, and just slowly wiggled it back and forth until it slid off of there. And this is what you're left with after those little round little bumps are removed. This was told to me by Vee-Guh's tech support, and if you look closer at that O-ring, that thing's round now. We'll come back in 20 years and take a look and see if it's still round. Okay, anyways. That's it. Oh no, the back piece broke off. I can feel it. I can feel that back piece broke off. God damn it, is that going to be a big deal or not? But one of those little dealies on the back came off. I'm hoping it should be fine. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I am back in the on position, and I'm going to test it right here in front of you. When you turn on your water pressure from the city, turn it on slowly, because there's a lot of pressure on those lines. It's only about a quarter of the way. That is full on. I hear water flowing, so I'm gonna go upstairs and see what valves I got open still. Okay, that noise was the sink, which I had left open. No more drip. Okay, everything looks like there's no more leaks. But I'm confident that I got it. And because I'll probably forget all this in about a week. That's all the memory I got. I will put a little label up here saying that I replaced the valve today, and I still got a blue part should I need it. It will work over here. The inside of it would be blue, but the outside cover, which you saw, can still be red, and I got a tool, and I will just place that up there with all the rest of my stuff. I'm gonna call it a wrap. You can see that's where I put the other one. I just drilled a hole in there to keep it, so I got 2 tabs, water and everything, and all that will go away. Tools, time to clean up. Hey look, if you got any questions about this, Leave a comment. I'm pretty good within a couple of hours of the same day replying to questions. Not necessarily comments, but to questions. That's it. Hope this helped. It's the best video out there. I'm out here. See ya.